Hey everyone, Tibbo McGuffin here with a new unboxing. Yeah, so like I mentioned in my last video, I picked up something different, and this is what it was. I might butcher the name here because I haven't heard of this series before, but Tanto Cuore. But yeah, I've seen it a couple times when I stopped in GameStop, and I figured, you know what the hell? I'm gonna end up buying the box and just opening it and just seeing what it is all about. Yeah, so I looked up a little bit ahead there. It's not actually like a TCG like I usually like to do most of my boxings on. It's actually a card-based deck building game. So you get a whole bunch of cards in here, and I believe this is the base set here, but there was also other sets and expansions and stuff that came out too. It seemed like it was a Kickstarter game, so I guess there must have been an original version of the game, and then when they did the other languages like English and stuff, they actually did a Kickstarter for them, and they released like little collections, and they had other cards and other playmats and stuff like that. But yeah, you get a whole bunch of cards in there, and then basically you kind of build your the players build their deck as you play along, and the whole point of the game, from what I could gather, is that you're basically supposed to be the master of a household, and you're supposed to gather a collection of maids. And yeah, there's like different little cards and different effects, but we'll get it open up. It costs $60 at GameStop plus tax. For what I could see, that's probably a little expensive because it seemed like some of the retail versions in the States were going for maybe about like 28-ish bucks for the base set here. So yeah, so that might be a little bit much, but I mean it's one of those things that it's a little bit different. Don't usually see too many, especially Kickstarter games, always manage to hit retail, especially a big retail store like GameStop. Like maybe they might sell to smaller retail stores that specialize in board games and stuff, but not really to a big distributor like GameStop. You'd always see them, man. But yeah, it's got a bunch of different cards all sleeved up here and stuff. I might go over, besides the artwork and stuff, maybe just go over briefly a little bit of the rules of the game here. But yeah, I got them because like especially like the whole maid aesthetic thing. I've always been interested in that. I've always loved like maid costumes and games and stuff like that. But like even like a lot of some of the VN games and stuff I have like on Steam and stuff are focused in like that maid aspect, or like the maid cafe and stuff like that. So one I would say like people know more famously is like the Nico Para series. But yeah, these are different, I guess. Maybe these are, because they're like regular cardboard, these cards. These ones look actually like more nice professional. So maybe you're actually supposed to do stuff with these cards. Just gonna go through these cards quickly because I think they're more. Maybe these are more like either more description cards, or maybe you're supposed to use them as copies or something. Hmm. It's actually, maybe we'll read through the manual a bit. So basically, it's a deck building card game for 2 to 4 players. The players take the roles of the master of the house, employ lots of cute maids, and are served by them while slowly filling out their house card deck. But take care, maids can become sick or get bad habits. Okay, yeah, so that was one of the interesting mechanics I've seen there. There's like, I guess you can actually make your opponent's maids either sick or get bad habits and stuff like that. I was reading through the thing there because there's supposed to be like a point system, and you get so much stuff. Yeah, when the game ends, the player has the best collection of maids, and therefore the most victory points, is the perfect master and winner of the game. Note, Tanto Cuore means much heart in Italian. And that's actually one of the unique things I've seen in the Kickstarter too. They didn't just have a lot of different languages for the international version. which was actually kind of cool. They actually had exclusive cards for each country that they were doing or focusing a language on. So they actually, for like for examples, since they were planning to sell this in Canada, even though the English version, as far as I know, I believe for this one was supposed to be the same in Canada and the UK. Both Canada and the United Kingdom had like kind of their own cards, or maybe it was London, England, or something like that. But yeah, both of them had like their own cards for the characters and stuff, and then there was like a one exclusive maid character for Russia, Japan, Italy had one too, I believe, and I think it was Norway or Sweden or something like that too. Like there was several countries that they made like basically their own custom made cards for. It was kind of cool, and I think each country, depending which language you got in, you order it from, you got your country's language exclusive card. But yeah, going back to this, so the game components, the game consists of this rule book and 280 cards. There's 198 made cards, 32 made chefs, green frame of 2 types, 156 general maids, blue frame of 16 types, 10 private maids, black frame. There's 56 love cards, pink frame, 36 one love cards, 12 two love cards, 8 three love cards. And the love cards, I believe, is supposed to be kind of like the mana or currency in this game. I think that's how you're supposed to pay for your maids, like how you bring them out and stuff. 26 event cards, purple frame of 2 types. Symbols and keywords. In this manual, we'll use keywords represented by symbols. So they have the draw symbol, they have the love symbol, a serving symbol, and an employment symbol. But yeah, it's pretty. When I was looking at the things of it, like on the gameplay, like that's basically like the whole board. That's kind of the town, and then there's the players like houses and stuff. But when I was like looking at it, I was like, what the heck? I was like, that's like very large for like at least to me for what it seems like for a card based game. But I guess because it's a deck building game, not a TCG or something, like, you have to scale the size probably to depending maybe also to how many players are playing and other stuff. So but yeah, so players sit around the card table, place all available cards in the middle of the table. This is called the town. Each player should have enough table space in front of him to play his card. This is called a player's house. Each player's house consists of the player's personal draw deck, called the waiting room, discard pile, called the kitchen entrance, play area where cards are played, and the player's private quarters. An area for cards that you own but that are set aside. It's kind of, yeah, so like besides I guess this giant area, each player would actually have a pretty large area they would have to play in themselves. Yeah, so that's definitely like a very large area for a card game. First, sort out the maid chefs, Marianne and Colette, and place them in each stack. In one stack each in the middle of the table in the town. Second, sort out the illness and bad habit of cards and place them in one stack each in the town. So just looking at this again, so it shows, yeah, so it shows like the illnesses, bad habits there. Colette, Marianne. Okay, so yeah, so you actually have like a certain layout for all the cards there. Third, sort out all the love. 3 love cards, 1 love, 2 love, and 3 and place them in the card. Fourth, take out all 10 private maids, shuffle them, and place them in the 1 pile face down. Finally, select 10 of the 16 general maids randomly or by choice and place them in 10 stacks in 2 rows of 5 each in the town, preferably sorted by the cost, the number, and the top right card. Any combination general is okay. Unused general maids go back in the box or are not used in the game. Each player now takes 7 1 love cards and 3 Colette cards and shuffles them accordingly. This is their deck. Then they draw the top 3 cards and keep them in their hand. To play cards from his hand onto the playing area represents being served by that maid. Each player discard pile where that player discards cards is also where newly cards are placed to get rid of or fire staff members to return to the town. Oops, sorry there. Yeah, there's a lot. rules. I would actually might have to do another video of like actually setting it up just to see. Pick a starting player in any suitable fashion. Players take turns, and the starting player taking the turn. Each turn consists of the following 4 phrases described later. Starting phase, start of your turn. Starting set card. Set aside cards, activate their effect here. Serving phase, main game. Playing maid cards. Employ phase, playing love cards and employ new staff. Dismiss phase, dismiss used staff and draw a new hand. When a player finishes all new hand, the next player clockwise from them takes their turn. This continues, at which point victory points are calculated. Until the game ends, at which points victory cards are allocated. So I'm just gonna go over. Let's see what the Maid Chiefs green frame mainly serve to generate victory points and have little effect during the game. Generalized blue frame are the cards that form the core game. You play these during your serving phase. Private Maids, black frame, are a bit special. They never enter the discard pile or deck. Instead, they are always chambermaids, i.e. sitting beside your play area. They are described later in the rules. Playing a maid card from your hand being served by maid costs 1 serving. Each player has 1 serving per turn, so the player can only be served by 1 maid per turn. Certain maids generate more servings and will thus allow a player to have more maids to serve them. Okay, and that gives like the general next thing here just shows like what everything is. So the employee cost, I guess that's how much it costs to actually get them to serve you, maybe, or something. Title, card name, victory points, if they, I guess if that's the specialty maid that gives you them. Maid category, serving, employment, their ability, love, and draw. So they must all affect in like different ways. Yeah, so the employee cost, the amount of love required to employ this maid from the town. So that's basically what that is. Okay, symbol, draw. The number of extra cards the player draws when being served by this maid. Symbol, love. The amount of extra love this maid generates when played. This love is used along with love gained from love cards to employ more maids. Symbol, serving. The number of extra servings this maid generates. More serving lets more people let you play more maids. Symbol, employment. Number of extra employments this maid generates. Extra employments let you enjoy multiple maids during your turn. Oh yeah, and there's the love cards. Love cards generate love points. They're used to employ new staff, buy new cards. They are mostly played during the employ phase, but can generally be played at any time. During a turn, a player may play as many love cards as he wishes he adds to his current love. He may have gained more love from the maids he played during the serving phase. No servings are needed to play love cards. A love card will give you 1 love, 2 cover will give 2, and 3 will give 3. Love is not kept in between turns. Any unused love is lost when the player's turn ends. So that would be actually an important thing that's different, because I don't know if these, because the way it talks with these, I was trying to wonder if, like, the love cards, after you play them, if you actually just get rid of them, or I guess I might say that here further on. Yeah, so here it is here. So serving, love, and employment. So they remain for the rest of your turn. Servings must be used during the serving phase, and love must be during the employee phase, but they do not need to be used immediately. However, no servings, love, or employments carry over into the next turn. They all lost in the player's discard phase. Yeah, and it does have a little bit rules and a little glossary at the end. I believe this is for some of the other cards, just to show what quantities and stuff you have. But I'm not going to go too much into that, because like I said, I might do, if people are interested, I might do another video that's just more on the actual gameplay and showing how this game is played and stuff. I wanted this mainly just for, like I said, I was just interested in it because I kept seeing it all the time when I was there at GameStop. They also had the other expansion too, which is supposed to be like a beach setting vacation kind of expansion, I believe. But yeah, and the one thing too with these, I believe it's on the box here. So all these cards are actually done by different famous illustrators in Japan. And the one that I can't read Japanese, but the one that obviously stood out to me the most was that name there, which if anyone recognizes that name, you will know their work in uh basically H games, visual novels. They did one of the spin-offs for the Mulov series. So yeah. So yeah, when I seen them I was like, okay, that means like the characters and stuff, like they're going to have some pretty good art, some of them. So yeah, like a lot of these cards, like there's going to be multiples of the same characters because obviously it's a deck building game, and you know you need to have enough characters for everyone to have, but then you also need to have enough commons and stuff like that for, you know, just general use and stuff. So yeah, there's gonna be a lot of characters like that that just have very much the same. But yeah, the artwork though, artwork very very top tier. I love it. I wish more games with animated aesthetic like really went out to these artists and actually got stuff done by them, like made by them, because they are pretty amazing. And it's just awesome to actually see stuff like this done. Like no flack, but you know, just a point of contention. Why Schwartz? It's a very popular game. I've checked it out a couple times, and I do want to get probably into some of the packs. But the one thing I will say I do dislike with it is that a lot of the cards that I've noticed, they're basically just copies of famous anime scenes from those anime that those characters might appear in and stuff, or game scenes and stuff. And it's not that there's nothing wrong with that, but you know, it's a little slightly lazy, especially for the price point that those cards really go for, because they can have some rarity cards, especially some, like, you know, when you get the hot stamped and signed cards. But it's like I much rather see them actually make really beautiful custom artwork cards than, you know, give something that's very much just a copy of a scene from the anime and make it look good. But yeah, like I said, like they have a lot because, you know, it's different artists, so they all have like their little different take and their little different artwork, and I love that. And the card stock of these, of course, being a deck building game, very very good, very very strong. Like, even just putting a little bit of weight like this on it in between my fingers, it doesn't feel like it's gonna bend easy. Like, it feels like they're pretty resistant, which is good. Because you definitely want that with this kind of game, because, especially with players drawing cards, playing them constantly and stuff like that, you want cards that are going to last you a long time, are going to have a very good quality to them. Love this artwork. This artwork looks beautiful. Keep knocking my stand here for my phone. But, yeah. Oh, yeah, I forgot. These two were twins in this. When I was checking out the cards ahead of time online. Now we're getting into the more, like, the special maids. Really, really love these character designs. And the one thing, too, that's actually nice about the game, like, it is, there is some other cards I know on some of the other sets and in the country cards that they made for the different international versions and stuff. They're a little bit more out there with their art, a little bit more fan servicey, I'll say. But for the most part, a lot of the made cards, like, this is probably the most fan service, obviously. But yeah, a lot of them are very simple, very elegant, and just trying to make them look like actual, like, proper maids. And it's not, there's nothing wrong with fan service. I enjoy it myself, but it's nice when, you have a game where they don't need to make that its core feature. And these are some of the other cards, which are like, this is the illness cards. Actually, before I go through here, let's just read this. This is placed on a maid in any player's private quarters. This maid loses all her abilities and VPs. You may discard a 3 love card from your hand. If you do, return this card to town. So basically, you can make your opponent lose either abilities or lose their victory points using the illness cards. It basically makes them fall sick, I guess. If you have 4 more bad habits cards in your private quarters, excuse me, each is worth -2 VP. Okay, so that's another thing there too. So it's just like, yeah. So the illness bad habit cards are basically a way to stop your opponent from winning. So if they have a lot of maids, more maids than you can just crap out their victory points. Just make it so that way they can't win, I guess. And these ones here, I believe, is probably going to be all the love cards. And from the comments online, a lot of people were just kind of like going over, I guess, this first card here that's going to be shown. Because everyone's like, oh my god, the love card. Because they're just like, oh my god, she looks like she's like humping the pillow. And I mean, she's cradling it, but I wouldn't really say go that far. But yeah, you get a bunch of the love cards because obviously these are kind of your currency in game. You need a lot of them, so there's a lot of ones here. There's the 2s, which look like... Okay, so the 2s actually... Okay, that's kind of cool. So to differentiate them, besides having a little bit of the different face, they also add in the extra pillow there. And there should be some 3 cards at the end. Yep, there's 3 love cards. And basically same thing. They change her face again, but then they add the extra pillow down there between. Yeah. Let's look at all the cards there quickly. Like I said, I might do a longer video, maybe go through the game and stuff if people are interested. It was just something I wanted to pick up, and it's something I wanted to collect too, because like I said, I like maids. I thought it would be kind of cool to get like a little game like this. I might pick up the other expansions and stuff too, and maybe see about having a couple friends over or something and doing like a game night with us, because it would be kind of fun. I do love the artwork though. The artwork, especially, you know, when they get like these different artists collaborate on a game like this. This is awesome. I love this because like you get so much more detail and more emotion, I feel like, in characters' faces when you can actually have professional artists do their job and just not really give them too much of a limit. And then you got like, you also get like different styles too. Like this one, obviously a little bit more in the chibi style, chibi-mo style, maybe. But yeah, very, very cool. And I like stuff like this. Like she's a cooking maid and it looks like she's trying to be nice, but then you just see like that little pot of gruel with the smoke coming off it. It's like, I don't know if I want to eat that. I'm actually surprised they didn't like make a jokey thing, be like, oh, you get extra love or something from like letting her serve you food, but then you miss your next turn or something because you know you fell sick. But you know, it's watching stuff like that is just fun. Just looking at that. And the cool thing too is that, like, you know, they did think about it too, because you know you have all this stuff here obviously, but everything just fits in. Ooh, if I can get in, so it fits in nicely right in the little sleeve that they gave, as long as I can actually get it back in properly without putting in an angle. There we go. But yeah, always nice to have like something like this. Like, you know, you can actually have a proper little kind of deck box, and it's kind of cool too, because like, even though, you know, this is meant for these cards and these games, when I was looking at their Kickstarter, they were like, they had this, they had other little deck boxes and stuff, they had card sleeves and stuff you get too, and like they were pretty encouraging and pretty nice. They didn't basically say like, oh, this stuff fits only these cards. They're kind of like, nah, you can use these and put your other things in there. If you have other game cards or you have other decks and stuff, you have trading cards that you like, that you just want to put them in our designs, like, hey, go ahead. Like, you know, they weren't trying to make it specifically like these are just for this. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It was just a little something for different unboxing, a little look at it. Like I said, I might do a follow-up video if people are really interested in seeing the game kind of played out. I'll need to obviously have a bigger space to do that recording and stuff, because it takes quite a bit to get this set up for what it looks like. But yeah, Tanto Cuore, maid game. Hey everyone, sorry for the weird transition here. I just turn this down a little bit. Yeah, so I'm just recording something quickly here on Pocket, just for the ending of this video. Obviously, Mythical Island just came out today for the newest expansion, so I'll probably be doing some stuff on this Thursday instead of TCG Live, like I was planning to try to get some pre-recorded stuff with. So hopefully try to look for that out, because yeah, you know, we got the new set, so we gotta have enjoyment with it. And besides that, the typical TCG videos, when I might do something small, maybe either off of TCG Live or Pocket here, I probably won't be doing any unboxing videos next week, just because of, you know, it being Christmas and everything. You know, I just much rather just enjoy that time with my own family, and hope everyone else enjoys the time with their own friends and family too. So, yeah, we'll just go along here, and we'll just do a couple of my daily unboxings and stuff I haven't done yet today. We'll see what we get for the new cards. Looks like Blue's going to be coming to trainer cards. I wonder if that means too, we might get rid of this set. Now this is the mini expansion they were talking about that's going to be released in December. It's not the full next expansion or booster set. Looks like we got an updated Weasel too, so. Looks like Weasel is still going to be used as a stall card in the new one. Still got about 110 HP, but then his new attack does more damage and it costs 2 energy, dark energy. Get a head flip, and then they can't attack next turn, basically. Attack this nothing. Apologies too for if it sounds weird here. I don't usually use this screen recording software for this, but I have to. Yes, looks like a new album is going to be, of course, for that. Oh, so Celebi EX is supposed to be in this too. Gyarados EX, and I knew about the Mew EX. Mew EX now, it might be, don't know if it's just showing me the things, it's not showing me the card itself. Because I was going to say, I don't know if it might be the card that, yeah, I might do the Pokegold later. I don't know if it might be the card that could be a good counter to some of the other EX decks, because basically what it'll have is that it'll have a 4 colors move, I believe, for Transform, where it can copy any one of the opponent's attacks. And that could be a good counter possibly for other EX decks. We'll see. The idea basically being that you can, of course, just copy like an OP move that they might have, but obviously it won't. You won't have the same negative effects, I guess. I would say in the same way. So I don't know how that might work, because, for example, if you copied something like, let's say, Charizard Fire Move, usually you would copy the attack. But for example, when it came to the discard phase, if obviously you weren't using Fire Energy, you were using Psychic Energy, you may not have to copy the discard for it. Don't quote me on that. That's just like one of those weird kind of like supplement TCG rules. I don't know exactly if that's how it will work out or not, but yeah. Now, some people might have noticed too, I'm also missing a couple of the Venusaur pack cards. I don't know if they actually I should check that right now quickly. We'll just see if they actually have it running. I know they're running the second part of this, but I think the card perks for that is done. Oh geez, metal cards. Geez, I wish there was more metal cards. It's so hard for that. Oh, got one of the first ones. Not ready for that one. Theme collections. Yeah, because there was, it's already gone, but, yeah, I'm waiting for the trading part to get open. I really hope they open the trading soon, because as soon as the trading's open, then we'll be able to get a couple of those missing promo cards from the Venusaur pack, unless they re-roll the events. That's something they still haven't mentioned if they might do or not. I hope they do re-roll the events, because, yeah, I do want those couple missing. See how many missing. That's obviously not including like the secret illustrator. They don't really show all those. But yeah, like the series of promo there, and there's the couple from the Venusaur promo. I'm missing Venusaur himself, Greninja, and I think those were the only two of those promo cards I was actually missing. Maybe there might be another one with that set too, but yeah, Greninja and Venusaur. And yeah, as soon as trading opens, I will let you know, because I do have a couple extra copies of some of these illustration cards, and they might be going into the trade bait, because I do want to get that Venusaur EX, because, you know, I've mentioned this before, Bulbasaur, one of my favorite starters overall, not just Gen 1 starter. Yeah, it'll hurt me to, like, be like, I'm missing that Venusaur. So yeah, like, just see the show there, like, because you do have a couple extras and cards. Maybe there's the one of one illustrations. Obviously, I don't want to trade, but any of the ones that are 2 of 2, I will definitely want to trade for something else. Yeah, I do actually have 2 of the Charizard EX, 2 of the Mewtwo EX, and actually, surprisingly, got both of their cards, their doubles, and even free packs there too. So, got very lucky with that. But yeah, that's just a quick little look. I'm not going to go too much in, like I said. I'm probably going to do a bunch of pack pulls and some other stuff there on Thursday's video, so I just don't want to spoil that for now, and just do a little more of a pack pull and stuff like that in game for them. But hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Like I said, it was something different. Just wanted to check out something that was a deck building and stuff like that, something that normally wouldn't ever do here. And yeah, have a good day.